The tools of a man's trade are important to him. Good tools in top condition multiply earning power. Poor tools cut earnings. They slow up the job and turn out inferior work. Unfortunately, many a man who could use better tools puts up with what he has until he can afford to buy brand new tools. He's unaware that he could get what he wants in good, used tools right now and for less money. A lot of truck operators are like that. They put up with what they've got because they can't afford a new truck, and no one has ever bothered to set them straight on the facts about used trucks. And that's why, in used truck selling, off-the-lot prospecting is vitally important, because many good used truck prospects won't come into the lot. They simply don't think of themselves as used truck prospects. In their minds, they are future new truck buyers. Experienced used truck salesmen search out operators who are saving up for a new truck. They convince them that buying a good used truck now will, in the long run, save money and actually make enough extra money to get them into that new truck sooner. A good way to find such prospects, they say, is to keep tabs on smaller truck operators, especially in places where a lot of independent one or two truck operators congregate, such as farmers' markets, freight stations, and garages that specialize in older truck service. They keep an eye open for downtime. Roadside downtime for repairs adds up to late deliveries, dissatisfied customers, and smaller profits in any trucking business. Contact downtimers on the spot. Approach them with the money-saving idea of a newer and better truck before they are towed into a service garage and some other salesman's bird dog gets them in his sights.
I'm on my way into town now. Can I have our tow truck come out and haul you in?
Yeah, I'd sure appreciate it.
Right, I'll make it fast. Shouldn't be more than 10 minutes.
Then ride back with the tow truck. While the old truck is demonstrating the money and time waste of worn-out tools, you can point out reasons why the owner should buy a better truck right now. And here's a way to drive the reasons home.
I can put you in a better truck in a few hours. Fixing this one will take a couple of days or more. Why not put the price of your repair bill into a better truck that won't give you this trouble?
Experienced salesmen sell the hardest when in the midst of breakdown troubles. They underline the money wasted in continued operation of the old truck. And here's another way to adapt a well-known selling technique, especially in used truck selling. Many used truck salesmen use the yellow pages for a methodical check of community and area truck needs. It helps narrow down the field when you're looking for a buyer for a particular truck already on the lot. Spend a day or so each week on a single yellow page classification, such as cleaners and dyers. Select several that are fairly close to each other. Saves travel time between stops. Then, make get-acquainted calls. Chief purpose is to make friends and to find out needs. But many times, the first call leads directly to a sale. For instance,
Well, I've been trying to figure out a way of getting a brand new truck. Business is pretty good. As a matter of fact, I'm opening up a new branch in a few weeks.
Well, with 2 stores to take care of, have you thought about getting a couple of late-model used trucks? Keep them until you're able to trade for new trucks.
check the local newspapers for growing truck needs as reflected in articles reporting business expansion. Many of these articles will indicate possible truck needs, and most of the articles will supply enough information to plan a used truck sales approach. For instance,
I appreciate your calling, but I'm not in the market for trucks. As a matter of fact, I had to show I had good equipment before I even had a chance of getting the mail contract.
I understand, Mr. Donovan, but an extra truck now would give you a margin of safety in case one of your other trucks broke down. And the extra holiday work you could handle would go a long way toward paying for the truck.
keeping up on business expansion, contracts won, new branches being opened, helps the salesman get there first before competition. Another way to adapt well-known selling techniques to used truck selling is to call on satisfied owners for their advice in finding just the right buyer for a used truck on the lot. For instance,
Mr. Fisher, I need your advice. You know truck farmers' needs better than I do. I think this stake job is just what a produce farmer needs. What do you think?
Well, there are probably plenty of miles in her yet, and the shocks and springs are in good shape. Uh-huh. Why not drive her over to Ted Jenkins' place? He might be interested.
Everyone likes to have someone ask his advice. It's a good way to get owners to name people who might be ready to buy. And satisfied owners aren't the only ones who are often willing to point out good prospective used truck buyers. For example, bird dogs in building permit offices, business loan departments of banks and finance companies, city, county, and state zoning offices, license and permit agencies, veteran business loan offices, fraternal and veterans organizations pay off. They can point to good future used truck needs through advance information on new businesses and business expansion. For instance,
That's right, Bill. The whole block of stores south of Main Street is being remodeled. Marino's new bakery will be on the corner, and Quick TV Repair Shop is moving in next to the bakery.
business expansion offers perfect openings for a used truck approach because usually used truck needs are greater while funds are limited due to expansion demands. For example,
Yep, I sure could use a better truck, all right. But I've had to put too much money into fixtures, not to mention salary for an extra man.
Why not a good used truck? We have a couple of utility company call trucks on the lot right now. They've got ladder racks, tool and equipment cabinets, spotlight. The works. Just what you need.
Yeah, and plenty of miles on them, too, I'll bet.
Well, that's why the price is low, but they've got plenty of miles in them, too. And they've got new tires and complete reconditioning.
bird dogs among small independent truckers are especially good for tips on used truck needs. And here's one way successful salesmen encourage bird dogs to help build their prospect file.
Good news this month, Jim. Your service charges total $49.65, but the check I'm sending you for those prospects you sent me cancels out quite a hunk of it.
Consistent use of the proved ways to build a backlog of good used truck prospects will keep you alert to truck jobs in the community that can be done better, faster, and more economically with better used trucks. The next step is to know where to get the used truck to do the job and fill the need. Veteran used truck salesmen agree that the trick is to have plenty of trucks to select from. To them, used truck stock on hand equals all trucks, those on the lot and those on the job in the community. They know where to get the right truck to do any job, either from the lot or from its current owner. Okay used trucks on the lot are top shelf stock, the first place to look for the truck needed to do the job. But expert used truck salesmen also tag, in their minds at least, as many of the trucks in the community as possible for make, model, condition, owner care, and the owner's future truck needs. So if the right truck isn't on the lot, they waste no time in finding the truck in the area that does fill the bill. And they have a good idea of what sort of a deal will get that owner to consider a trade. Some salesmen keep file cards on trucks in use in the community by year, make, and model, with notes on condition and future needs of the present owner. Then, if they need a 52 Chevrolet panel, they know where to find it quickly, and they have definite information on which to base an approach to the owner. For instance,
Mr. Case, I have a buyer for that panel of yours. Told him how you keep up your truck, so he's agreed to take it as is. So we can give you more on a trade.
knowing where to get the truck you need, whether it's part of your top-shelf, okay used trucks on the lot, or in service in the community, leads to more double and even triple sales that really pay off in faster and more profitable deals. Search out the used truck needs. Know where to get the used truck to fill the need. That's 2/3 of your selling job. The final third is convincing the used truck prospect to buy. That part of the job can be made easier. Look at it this way. When a man must buy used tools, he becomes harder to sell. Such things as previous care and use, present condition, and reconditioning, and the responsibility of the person doing the selling become very important to the buyer. In the same way, it's understandable why a used truck prospect is a lot harder to convince. Yes, he'll look for the built-in features which sold that truck when it was new, but the used truck prospect will be looking twice as hard as the new truck buyer for the facts that are the most important features of any used truck. The used truck prospect wants facts. First, present facts on year, make, model, and features, as well as on condition and reconditioning work done. Second, past facts on previous owner care and on the truck's usage. Third, future facts on the dealership backing, service warranty, and the salesman's continued interest after the sale. Here are some ways to get and use the facts needed. For instance, collect, file, and study all new truck literature, your own as well as the competitors. An hour or so at announcement time once a year is all it takes to collect a complete file of new truck literature and feature specifications, the facts needed to make future used truck sales. And then, when your own and the competitors' models show up on the lot, you'll have a guide to help you check features when you try out the lot models. And you'll have detailed facts at your fingertips. For instance,
the big advantages of this 53 Chevrolet COE van are a bigger payload, plus easier handling, the kind of narrow alleys and crowded freight docks you have to work around, Mr. Smith. Most of your trucks are open 12-foot stakes on a 160-inch wheelbase. This job will give you more payload in a 14-foot covered body. And the 158-inch wheelbase means a lot easier handling.
On-the-job demonstrations are musts in used truck selling. Showing them is the best way to convince them of the feature facts and reconditioned performance. And here's a good way to make that demonstration pay off better.
Harry, your boss agreed to your driving the Chevrolet COE on your downtown route for a day. He wants to find out how much more load it can haul, how much easier it is to handle. And I'd wish you'd see how you like that adjustable right control seat.
That's right. Tell him what to look for so he can tell the boss. The extent of the OK reconditioning inspection and the amount of reconditioning work done are facts the average truck buyer wants plain and straight. Most used truck salesmen agree that this is an excellent time to point out the paid-for options and extras included in the deal. For example,
here's our original OK reconditioning inspection report on the cab-over-engine van. You can see for yourself exactly what's been done. Notice also that you'll have double-acting shock absorbers and a 2-speed rear axle. These are optional equipment. The original owner paid for them. You get the full benefits.
show the service records. Past facts on previous ownership, care, and use are important to the prospective second buyer because he'd have to pay the price for abuse and neglect. Any proof of good care and proper use increases the money-making and money-saving worth of the truck to him. Ask the previous owner for service records at the time of trade-in. Almost all truckers keep such records for tax purposes in figuring expenses. If the previous owners have no such records, take the new buyer to the garage or service station where the truck was serviced. Few service managers will miss the opportunity to show the records and to emphasize the excellent service work they do. And here's a way to make service records prove proper use of the truck by the previous owner.
And this kind of a record for regular lubrication, oil change, engine tune-ups, tire switch is certainly not the kind we'd get if the former owner was in the habit of overloading or neglecting the truck in any way. Don't you agree, Mr. Smith?
A little extra trouble in finding the service record proof of good care will give you virtual proof of good usage because they go together. Good usage and good maintenance is an important money-making fact that helps sell the prospect. And remember, no truck driver resents a little necessary horn blowing if it's for his own good. And successful used truck salesmen agree that a little horn blowing on the salesman's part is necessary for the truck buyer's own good. Look at it this way. Truckers are hard-headed businessmen. They like proof. Experienced used truck salesmen have found ways to give them such proof of the real value of the OK warranty, the dealership's reputation, and the salesman's own record for taking care of his customers after the sale. For instance,
Mr. Smith, you've been doing trucking for a lot of the same customers year after year. That proves that they like the way you do business, doesn't it?
It's the best proof there is, I'd say. And there's a reason. On time, undamaged, or no charge. That's been our slogan for years, and we've stuck to it, even when it hurt.
And that's the way Central Chevrolet feels about keeping customers satisfied, Mr. Smith. These orders, repeat orders, are from the same customers year after year. They're our best proof that we stand behind our OK used truck warranty.
steady repeat orders from steady customers are a powerful way to demonstrate the customer's confidence in you, your dealership, and the OK used truck warranty. As selling ammunition, a sheaf of repeat orders has led many a trucker prospect to sign on the dotted line. Yes, trucks, good trucks, are the tools of the trucker's trade. And OK reconditioned and OK warranty used trucks offer the trucker what he wants most. But it's up to you to get the trucker to see the real value that the OK tag offers. Dependable tools for a lot less money. Money-making tools that multiply earning power. In short, buying an OK reconditioned and OK warranted used truck is the way for your prospects to tool up for profits.